The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
A businessman, Choshev businessman, arrived from Chutz La'aretz for a visit in Eretz Yisrael, and his friends in Eretz Yisrael will mekabel him, the covered gadol, and they suggested he stay in the best and the finest hotels, where you could see the most beautiful sights. But they kept on telling him, one thing, make sure, don't get into the city of Bnei Brak. Over there, they have strange people living there. And they're going to see a person like you, they're going to pounce to clear out your pockets. So, the person never intended to go to Bnei Brak. That wasn't part of his trip. But he heard how terrible the people were there. He had a curiosity. Yeah, let me go see it. So on the last day, before he leaves Eretz Yisrael, he stops a cab, and he says, take me to Bakosha to Bnei Brak. What street do you want to go to in Bnei Brak? It doesn't make a difference what street. I don't know any street in that city. I just want to see what's going on in that place. Okay? So, the taxi driver was worried, wondering, he never had such a trip like this. No one ever asked to take him to a city, any street, just want to see what's going on. What's its regular city? No. You want to take me to a place without a destination? Say, as long as you paid money, I'll take you. No, the Rabbi Shalom took the guy to Rechoiv Chabakuk. It made no sense why you should come to that street. It's not a main street. And the guy stopped near one of the Hasidic Talmud Torahs on that block. And the guy paid, the businessman paid for the driver. He thanked him, and he goes out to see what goes on in this strange city. He looks around, and he sees people with beards, with this long payas, with the short pants. You know, they're wearing these funny hats and these coats. And he wasn't embarrassed. He decided he was going to walk into one of the buildings. It looks like a school building. He wanted to see what does a place like that look like in Bnei Brak. No, without any delay, he walks into the place, sees a door, he knocks on the door, the classroom, and he says, Shali Kanes, could I come in? No. The guy in charge of all the kids comes running, and he says, what do you want? What do you want? The Rebbe was a stickle surprised. There's a surprise visit here. The guy smiled, no, I just want to see what's going on. I'd like to sit for a moment and see how a classroom looks. They brought him one of those little small chairs. It didn't fit exactly for his size. And he sat by in the back of the class. The Rebbe was in the middle of a class, so he didn't know who this guy was. And what should he do? He turned to the kids and says, Tayre Kinderlich, he said, let's sing a song in honor of the guest that came here. And they began to sing, Shalom Aleichem. You know, the song you sing in all houses on Friday nights. The Rebbe Vaisachos liked to sing, and he closed his eyes, and he sang B'dveikus and B'slavus. When he finished the song, he opened his eyes to take a look at the guest. I wasn't there anymore. That was God. The Rebbe thought maybe it scared him off. It wasn't right. Started singing a Shabbos Dikas Mirs Mitten Vach. Middle of the week here, he opens the door of the room, and he goes to look for the guy. No. He sees the guy standing in the hallway. Amish crying away. Uncontrollable. So he goes over to him and he says, Vida, Slachli, did we be on you in some way? Did we do anything wrong? I'm so sorry if I did. The guy said, I can't explain you how I feel now. But you caused me such a feeling with your song and the faces of those kids, the purity. I can't imagine anywhere else in the world you could find such pure faces. He wiped off his tears and he said, tell me the truth. Is Bnei Brak a strange city with strange people where they try to squeeze every newcomer who comes into the city? Tell me. He said, you should know, I went many places in the world. In many places they've asked me for money. And they try to get me to join their organizations, become part of the organizations. But such a thing, such pure, I never saw in my life. He said, could you introduce me like to the Menayel, the guy in charge? Met the Menayel, and he wrote out a check of $18,000 for the Talmud Torah. And he said, this is just the beginning. I'm going to come back for a visit. And I want to go to other special places in this city. They were mamish in shock, because just a few days before that, the matzav was so bad that they announced that it's emergency matzav, and we can't pay the checks. The matzav is terrible. But Rabbi Shalom doesn't lack any means or ways to arrange for Parnasa. There's harbe shluchim l'makim. So he sends the guy to that street, and he was on, and Hashem took care of business. This is how you have to know things work in the world of Hashem. And if you live in the world of Hashem, you're zeicha. The harbe bracha.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org